And in Hong Kong, health authorities confirmed they have 2 cases of the Wuhan coronavirus. The city's Center for Health Protection Controller says both were isolated in very early stages. Officials have briefed the media this evening. So our correspondent Afifa Arifin joins us now for more on this. Afifa, what have authorities in Hong Kong said about the outbreak?
Well, aside from confirming the 2 cases, Acting Chief Executive Matthew Cheung, who led the press conference that ended and started about an hour ago, basically, outlined some of the other preventive measures that the Hong Kong government will be taking to address the coronavirus spreading into the city. Of course, this comes amid growing criticisms by the public and healthcare officials that the government has been slow to step up precautionary measures. It seems that after considering it actively for days under the pressure of the public and health officials, the government has decided that all passengers coming into Hong Kong via the high-speed rail will need to fill up a health declaration form. So not just those coming in from Wuhan, but also from the other cities across China as well. The MTR staff will then disinfect the trains coming in from their mainland counterparts. Now, travel advisory has also been officially issued by the authorities, telling people not to go to Wuhan unless it's completely necessary, and those who do need to go must wear the masks when they return to Hong Kong for the next 2 weeks. The Education Bureau will also be postponing all of the school trips into mainland, and also large gatherings with large crowds, coming up ahead of the Chinese New Year weekend. So events like a carnival that's set to take place at West Kowloon and also a football cup this weekend will be cancelled. So these are just some of the measures that was outlined by the acting chief executive earlier.
All right, so how's the government responding so far, though, and how have residents reacted to this news?
Basically, aside from these preventive measures, we do know that the Hong Kong government has sort of tightened the monitoring of the Wuhan coronavirus into the city. They have told doctors that they need to report if they suspect that a patient has at least one symptom. Previous guidelines required that doctors see if the patient has a combination of symptoms. So this comes, of course, as the second case, a 56-year-old man, only displayed signs of one symptom. All he had was just a fever. We also know that the authorities have set up 2 quarantine camps. They converted 2 holiday camps, including a former military barrack, into quarantine zones. And this is for people who may have come into contact with the 2 suspected cases. On the transportation side, we do know that the MTR, the local railway operator, has cancelled trains to and from Wuhan, and also the city's flag carrier, Cathay Pacific, and its regional subsidiary flight, Cathay Dragon, have also cancelled flights into and out of Wuhan. Now, understandably, people in Hong Kong are very anxious about the possibility of an outbreak, recalling the SARS crisis that happened back in 2003. So everywhere you go, you see that everyone is wearing their face masks as they walk around the city. Many also have cancelled travel plans. Chinese New Year and the long weekend is usually when they travel to mainland China to celebrate the festivities with their friends and family. But a lot of people are not just cancelling their trips to Wuhan, but also other cities around China as well. At this point in time, health experts say that there is no cause for panic, simply because the 2 cases were very swiftly dealt with. But they do remind the public to take care of their personal hygiene and to take the necessary precautionary measures as well.
All right, thanks for that. Afifa Arifin speaking to us from Hong Kong, where authorities have said that they have 2 possible cases of the coronavirus. Meantime, neighboring Macau has cancelled all Chinese New Year festivities as the number of coronavirus cases rise in China and abroad. And there have been 1 confirmed case in Macau so far, involving a 52-year-old female tourist from Wuhan.
Authorities are stepping up efforts and coordinating with the casinos in the territory to introduce temperature screening machines at all entrances. All visitors to Macau will be asked to fill in a health declaration form. Public places such as bus stops, taxi stands and wet markets will also be cleaned more frequently.